Hi friends. This is Tech Brothers. We waited for this for a very long time, and finally we got new smartphone, OnePlus 5. We think that you have already watched reviews from popular tech bloggers on YouTube, but we have own opinion about this smartphone, and we want to share it with you. Thanks to our partner, GearBest Online Store, for providing the most powerful model OnePlus 5, with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory, for review. Under the video, you can find links where you can buy OnePlus 5, cheaper, as well as other useful information. Please note, this is our first video with review, OnePlus 5. Here you will see unboxing, first impressions, design, specifications, quick performance and camera tests. Later we will make separate videos, with detailed performance, and camera test. We also plan to compare OnePlus 5 with, the Mars Pro. Let's start review. OnePlus 5 comes in branded box. On the front panel, you can see the number 5, at different angles, as well as logo, OnePlus. On the right side we see the slogan dual camera. Clearer photos. On the back of the box are specifications of smartphone. Inside the box is smartphone itself. OnePlus sticker. SIM needle. Quick start guide. USB cable, and super fast dash charger. Safely information. Many people complain that OnePlus 5 has iPhone 7 Plus-like design. But why not? OnePlus took the best from the best smartphones and made its own version of best Android smartphone on the market. As a result, OnePlus 5 received a pretty good design. The body of smartphone is made of solid metal. On the back panel we see dual camera, flash, OnePlus logo, and plastic antenna inserts, which are almost invisible. On the front panel there is 5.5-inch screen with Full HD resolution. Above the screen is conversational speaker and front camera. Under the screen there is home button with fingerprint reader. On the left side is volume key and lock key. The power button can be found on the left side. Directly above it is a slot for dual SIM card. At the bottom of the smartphone is 3.5mm audio jack, USB Type-C port, and speaker. We really like design of OnePlus 5. Here you will not find any controversial points, for example, frameless screen or modular design. A new feature in design of OnePlus 5 is dual camera on the rear panel. OnePlus 5 comes with 5.5-inch, Full HD display. Of course, the Chinese company could equip its flagship smartphone with 2K or even 4K screen. but this does not make sense. OnePlus 5 uses a reasonable solution for both screen quality and energy efficiency of battery. The display is developed using AMOLED technology. It has rounded edges 2.5D and protection Gorilla Glass 5. The screen is brighter and more juicy thanks to support DCI-P3 color space. User can adjust the color rendition to his own taste. The viewing angles are also excellent, although the colors of the screen are slightly distorted, with a very strong deviation. Also, OnePlus 5 offers night mode and read mode for some applications. By the way, do you remember many sources and tech bloggers talked about jelly effect when scrolling the screen? Fortunately, we did not notice such problem on our smartphone. It seems that the company released an update and fixed this problem. OnePlus 5 runs on the latest version of Android 7.1 with Oxygen user interface. This is a really nice and useful user interface that does not try to replace Google services with its own applications. The Chinese manufacturer added only the most necessary and useful features, while the look and features of pure Android tried to leave untouched. The interface looks very nice, thanks to the light colors and comfortable font. We think that we do not need to say that the user interface works smoothly and quickly. We had absolutely no problems or errors. Of course, this is the merit of well-optimized system and high performance, which we'll talk about further. If we talk about performance, OnePlus 5 is one of the most powerful smartphones on the market in 2017. Just look at the benchmarks tests. We got for review the most powerful model of smartphone, with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. Also, you can buy a basic version with 6GB of RAM and 64GB of internal memory. Despite the fact that the memory is not expanded, it is UFS 2.1. This memory format provides a high transfer rate and write data. The smartphone works on the latest flagship processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. Any applications and powerful games work at maximum settings. By the way, write in comments below what games you want to see on the smartphone, and we'll launch them in our next video with detailed performance test of OnePlus 5. We always heard another person on the other end, and we do not have any complaints about the quality of speaker. The voice is purely and naturally. The microphone is also good. The interlocutor heard my voice very well. we did not find any problems with connection. The communication signal is very good. Wi-Fi speed and range are excellent. As we said, OnePlus 5 supports dual SIM. OnePlus 5 has a very loud speaker that offers clear sound. Like most smartphones, our Hero does not have enough low frequencies, but, in general, you can watch movies in the park.
Okay. Gotta be on your bucket list.
And stars fell on Alabama last night.
The smartphone does not have a separate audio chip, but processor is capable of reproducing high-quality sound. Also, various equalizers, with a bunch of profiles, are available to the user. If you are a true audiophile, then it will be very useful to you. OnePlus 5 is equipped with 3300 mAh battery. Currently, this is not much, because you can find budget devices with 5000 mAh and more. However, not only the battery affects the battery life, but also the system optimization, processor, screen and so on. In this regard, OnePlus 5 is one step ahead of other devices, with more capacious batteries. During our active testing, OnePlus 5 worked for 15 to 16 hours. If you use a smartphone in a moderate mode, as an ordinary user, then you can expect for 1.5 or 2 days. The main feature of OnePlus 5 battery is dash charge. This technology is fast charging, which is one of the best on the market. It allows you to charge your smartphone from 0 to 100% in just 1 hour. Wonderful, is not it? OnePlus 5 has a dual camera on the rear panel. One of the cameras uses 16-megapixel Sony IMX398 sensor and aperture f/1.7. It makes great portrait and macro photos. The second camera, on the back panel, is designed for shooting distant subjects. It uses a simpler 20-megapixel Sony IMX350 sensor and aperture f/2.6. On the front panel is 16-megapixel camera with Sony IMX371 sensor and aperture f/2.0. The camera application offers many different settings and modes. For example, Pro mode allows you to adjust some image settings. Guys, later we made video with detailed camera test OnePlus 5. But now, you can see some photo examples. We can call OnePlus 5 a flagship killer. For just $500, you get a very powerful smartphone. Perhaps it is the most powerful smartphone on the market, as well as stylish design, amazing dual camera, smooth and stable operating system, fast charging, and much more. Of course, it has some disadvantages, for example, scandal with optical zoom, lack of moisture protection, and micro SD cards. But it is impossible to make an ideal smartphone at an affordable price. OnePlus 5 is really high quality and reliable smartphone that will please its owner every day using. Thank you for watching. Later we will make a detailed performance and camera test. Subscribe to our channel, Tech Brothers.